Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As we're about to tell today's video, not really very much clickbait to this one. It's literally just my favorite jump shot in NBA 2K23, or my new favorite jump shot in 2K23. Now, this one is Tobias base with pure Saddiq Bey upper. You need at least an 84 3-pointer to actually be able to run it at this level. And also the Tobias base itself requires at least 83 3-pointer. So that is who this video is pertaining to in today's vid. Now, I will say with you guys, I have tested out so many different jump shots. I've been trying super hard to find one that I like. I was playing around with Kuzma a little bit as far as the base goes. I saw some 2K Toots videos where it was showing kind of like the front challenge stuff, this, that, and the other. At the end of the day, it literally comes down to what jump shot can you make at the highest rate. And a lot of it comes down to open shooting and be able to just hit my open shots, period, right? So in today's video, I have 3 different rec gameplays that we're just cutting up only the shots that I took, and it's with this exact jump shot right here. Now again, I've tried multiple different variants of this. I've tried running the Oscar upper 100% on Tobias. It's fire grades, as you can see. It's A+, A-, and A+. And as you guys know too, not all A+ are created equally. So let's talk about this real quick. Tobias with Saddiq Bey upper is 100% the fastest jump shot you can run on a wing as far as the grades go. Now as you can see, if you go to Oscar, even at minimum speed, it's still an A. However, if you go with this Tobias with the Saddiq Bey, it's something crazy, bro. So as you can see, if you turn it all the way down, it's still an A+. You can even pump in a little bit of Oscar in it and still get an A+ minimum speed. I mean, look at this stuff. You can go even down to 46% Oscar minimum speed on it and still have an A+ speed release. And again, my point here is not all A+ speeds are created equally as far as them being the same speed or anything like that, obviously. So when you pump in as much Saddiq Bey as possible, guys, you can see if you take it all the way down to Oscar, it's very fringe A-. It's getting close to there because obviously it's been on A for a while. And then if you go pure Saddiq Bey, it's just pure A+, and then you turn the speed up 3 ticks, and now you're going super zoom-in speed on the jump shot. And some people will argue, this is too fast, I can't use it. If LakerFan can use it, anybody can use it. All right, man. I mean, this is a jump shot that I actually feel very comfortable with. I feel the faster it is, the easier it is to get the timing down. And maybe it's just because I'm so used to the fast of it. And also, I should show you guys as well my fade. So I'm running the Tyler Hero dribble pull-up. This has an extremely fast fade to the dominant ball hand, aka if you're left-handed, it fades really fast to the left. But also, what should be kept in mind as far as that goes is the uppers that you have on your jump shot are extremely important in terms of the speed that you're going to have on your fades and, you know, spin jumpers, post fades, stuff like that. So when you have 100% Saddiq Bey on your jump shot, as I just mentioned, it's the fastest upper you can get for a 6'9", except for, I believe, Tari Eason is the only other name, but that one does not have very close to as good of grades by any means, and it's just a worse jump shot just in general as far as uppers go. Weighs your like rating down quite a bit as far as the requirement for it, and that actually could vouch for you guys if you have like an 82 or 83 3-pointer and you want to run the Tobias base and still have a fast upper. So look for that Tari Eason if you're looking for something that can actually still give you some good speed if you can't afford this as far as your ratings. But anyway, we're getting into the gameplay real quick. Alright, so like I said, these are in 3 back-to-back rec games that you're going to see. And all of these are going to be the makes that I have for all the games. As you can see, in this first one, a little bit troll, the guy's flopping and stuff. It's toward the end of the game. It is what it is. The second and third game are going to be the ones that I really want to showcase because that was some real jump shotting going on in that game. I mean, it was at a pretty high rate. But anyway, this one toward the end of the game for my 5th 3-pointer. This is what I was talking about though, and I really wanted to put on display for you guys. This fade right here with the Tyler Hero paired with Saddiq Bey uppers 100% invested into your jump shot. Look at this. So we fake a little long run right there. If you want to know about the SIG size up, I already just posted the video pretty recently, actually like 2 days ago. And then as you can see, go with an actual long run on this. And look at the speed on this fade, man. It's unbelievable. I'm gonna let this play full speed real quick, but just stay alert to this. Boom, rising up, letting go. Simple as that. It's so fast. It's the fastest fade in the game you can get, period. And as you see, we end the game 4 for 5 and 3. And reminding you guys too, I'm not exactly the most seasoned jump shot shooter there is just in general in 2K. And obviously my style is very much so more inside out rather than outside in. But either way, I mean, if people are going to give me some good space on this stuff, I'm down to shoot. And that's how it needs to be, obviously. So, as you can see, that Chris Paul escape going side to side, getting me some space with it. It's a lot easier to do on takeover because it does use a good bit of stamina as far as that any of these Chris Paul moves right here. But as you can see, still enough stamina to shoot and definitely enough space to shoot as well. So we're going with it. And as you can see, 100% from 3 right now. But even though I tried to do a snatch back right here off this behind the back, I tried to get it to just snap back to the top right here, but I wasn't able to pull it off. Hit one standstill snatchback, and then the Jalen Suggs little size up where I can just create a little bit more space. If he sags off, I shoot it. If he doesn't sag off, I just go to that same side ball hand and just hit the rim run on the, you know, stop and go right here, like how I could have essentially on that as well. But hitting a little snatchback again, obviously, and a lot of you guys are wondering, like, how are you so open, bro? How do you just keep on getting wide open threes? Well, again, put a lot of pressure on people as far as the dunk meter stuff goes. I know I'm not showing it in this gameplay or anything like that, but I mean, you can see I'm 10 for 10, 4 for 4 from 3. These 6 dunks, you better believe, are dunk metering on their teammates and just, you know, hitting them with the rim runs and just killing them on stuff like that. So into the exact next possession we go, getting the ball back again. I'm going to hit him with this little snatchback right here. So you're going to see, hit him with a crossover, behind the back, snatch back. He's already backing up once again, hitting him with the 5th 3 of the game, 5 for 5. And then I think we end this game on, I believe, 6 for 8, something like that. You can see I hit the little hop jumper glitch, classic, garbage, and then hit him with a little bit of a attempt at the long run. But we're hitting him with 2 snatchbacks, stop at the wing right there, and boom, we get the 3 to go. And the game 6 for 7, 22 for 20, or 20 for 22, 46 points. The guys didn't leave the entire game. We actually still only won by 12. So I wasn't passing very much this game. As you can see, the turnovers, not too crazy for having 22 shot attempts, but I mean, definitely was doing my thing scoring wise in this game. And having slash take, I feel like baits people into giving me more open shots, whereas if you go sharp take, it may get you easier rim runs. But honestly, it's kind of, you know, contrast of what you would think the takeover is going to do no matter which one you have. Whereas easy blow by is a little bit more easy to force, right? Because I can still get to the dunk meter no matter what, whether the defense wants me to or not. As far as with sharp take, like limitless range or anything like that, people can just guard me really tight, and then obviously it's going to be more play from outside in, but then I got to take the in because they're taking away the outside. But either way, my whole point here is slash take gets me open threes, and slash take threat itself of me using the dunk meter over and over again really, like, you know, just wears on a defense and really makes them have to respect the drive 100%. And as you can see, the little pullback, snatchback right there. To explain to you guys how to do this one, it's literally as simple as if you have the Russell Westbrook moving crossover on, you're just going to flick up on your right stick while sprinting. You're going to let the animation play out a little bit, but then you're going to pull your left stick back whenever you want to snatch it back. And as you can see, he's respecting the Westbrook, and that gives you the 3-pointers. I mean, it's a pretty simple concept. It's very easy to do. You're going to see this one right here, catch and shooting on the wing. Give it a little bit of time. I will say this Tobias jump shot is extremely fast when it comes to the catch and shooting, so you might want to be a little bit careful running this if you're not a primary ball handler. I would advise maybe LaMelo Ball slash potentially even Kuzma if you're going to be more of a spot up, so to say. But yeah, this Tobias stuff, it's super quick. You can see though, bleeding through stamina a little bit. I don't know if this one slowed down my shot or not. It doesn't look like it. This is a very fast shot though, as you guys can see. I mean, rising up, boom, release it straight like that right there. Now, I will say, when I looked at the 2K2's video of this, the front challenge was not very great. Like as in, if someone's in front of you ghost contesting this or has a hand up on you, it's semi-easy for them to contest it. It's not amazing. It's not something super crazy that where a defense is just going to get a contest on it every time. It's just in comparison, Kyle Kuzma is a nasty base that was really good at resisting these front contests, and it's why I wanted to run it, but I just struggled to run it, to be honest with you guys. I don't know why it is. I don't know what the reason for it is, but I just know this Tobias base just snaps for me. It just works. I make shots at a much higher rate, and it is what it is. I'm just going to roll with it. I think it's about as simple as that, honestly, and that's how it should be when it comes to shooting in 2K23 for anybody. Is just you want to just go ahead and take the ones that are going to be most makeable for you and just at a high rate for opens. And if it's contested shooting, for my style, I don't need to do as much contested shooting. I mean, I dunk meter people. I just slash. It is what it is, right? So this one, not quite as much. I only had 6 field goal attempts inside the paint and then 6 outside, and both were 6 for 8 as well. But either way, like I said, I run slash take, play take secondary. These guys had a ton of decelerators on the court too. I was getting takeover at a way slower rate, so it just led to me actually shooting more threes. But anyway, that's our little footage right there. If I could show you guys real quick, I'm actually going to pull up the actual gameplays themselves to show you that they were back-to-back. Alright, so this first one, I don't know if I really have a way of showing you that it was back-to-back, but long story short, it was against these guys right here, as you can see. So then going into the second one, yeah, I don't have a perfect way of showing it, but what I actually do have for this one is, you can see, this game right here was against the Dimes, the Clamps World, all types of stuff like that, right? And this is the one I was 6 for 7. Now, if you go into the exact game, here's the new footage right here, and the beginning of it is against Dimes and Clamps World, and boom, if you scroll all the way to the end of this one, as you're going to see, this is the one where I ended up 6 for 8. And also, real quick, I actually was more like 6 for 7 because I ended up taking this shot right here that was kind of troll. I'm not gonna say it was an entirely troll shot, but I mean, it was a tougher one to hit. Like, this is in transition, ended up trying to like fade this one right here. I mean, to be fair, it's actually a very hittable shot. It's just 9%, you know, it is what it is on a fade especially too, and just mistimed it. But either way, if you exclude that shot right there, I was really 6 for 7 technically, but either way, 6 for 8, still plenty good. And again, for me, if I'm shooting like this consistently, this is gonna be a problem, because interior wise, I definitely will say, I think more than anybody on this game, I threaten the interior with the dunk meter the best. I think that's just my truth to it. And if I can improve as a shooter, that's going to be the major key. And this Tobias base with Sadiq Bey upper 100% is absolutely killing it for me. And also, shout out to the Tyler Hero fade. Like I said, not many people run either of those. Not many people really run the, you know, Jalen Suggs signature size up or anything like that. Not many people run the Chris Paul escape, but it's what works for me, and I suggest it for you guys if that's what happens to work for you too. So that's what this game is all about, is finding your own style and finding what works for you, because the meta doesn't always work for everybody. Period. So anyway, that's all video. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, for to drop a like, sub if you're new to noties, all good stuff. And like always, try to 2,000 likes. If you guys made it to the end of the video, put Tobias or put Bey, B-E-Y, in the comments. Show support me all the way through. I love what both of these bases and uppers really contribute to the jump shot. If you guys ever want to play around with the blending a little bit, you could try and pump a little bit of Oscar in this to maybe get it to like double A- for the height and immunity, as you can see. And you can do that with an 86 3-pointer. I think it's very likely though that people end up with something between 83 to 85 3-pointer, or you maybe have 89, exactly like I have. And if you have 89 3-pointer, you could try this purely, if you wanted to, the Tobias with 100% Oscar. I will say though, it slows down the fades quite a bit, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still good speed when it comes to the Tyler Hero dominant hand, but they both get slowed down, obviously, the opposite hand and the dominant hand. And me personally, even though it has better jump shot grades and I can afford to run the better jump shot grades, I think just pure Sadiq Bey is what I'm looking for. It's speed, it's easy, it snaps. You can see the Sadiq Bey hands are really easy to read as well. The flick is just right there with the uppers, whereas Oscar is kind of above your head, which also helps with the front challenge, like I was saying as far as like Tooth's videos go, where the higher your hands are and less in front of your head they are, the better it's going to resist contest. Same with obviously the less your jump shot jumps forward, but Tobias still does that as well. So I understand when it comes to 5-out ISO, I might be trolling myself running Sadiq Bey with Tobias base as well, because if we want to look at it and compare it to the Kuzma real quick, you guys can see a good visual on this as far as like it is jumping forward, the hands are in front of me and stuff like that too. If I was someone that wanted to run Kuzma with Oscar, as you can see with this jump shot, and it only requires 83 3-pointer, you can see it's jumping nearly backwards and the release is so much more above its head and like very uncontestable. So if I wanted to be super comp with it, I really should get used to running a jump shot like this, but I just hit at a such better rate with Tobias, and it's so much more makeable for me. The fades are super fast as well, so I just roll with it, and it works. So, I hope y'all enjoyed, and if you did, for to drop a like, sub if you're new to noties, all good stuff. Like always, try to 2,000 likes. But anyway, that's all. Hope you enjoyed. Take it easy, man. Peace.